Yo, what is up, guys? It's Fenrir here. How's I'm doing? Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. So, as you can tell, this video is way different from the videos I usually do. In this video, there won't be any, games or anything. It's just gonna be me sitting in front of the camera. Now I'm sitting in front of the camera. This video is gonna be just me sitting in front of the camera, just talking. As you can tell by the title of this video is basically just a reflection of 2020. Talking about some things that went good, things that went bad, and, how all of this is going to shape 2021, how I go into 2021, the things I hope to change, the things that I hope to do different. I'm going to be talking about the good, the bad, and basically everything about 2020. I'm recording this video on the 24th. I'm going to try to have this up tomorrow being Christmas. Merry Christmas. If the video doesn't go up during Christmas, then I hope everyone had a good Christmas. But I am going to have this video up before the end of the year. Obviously, you can tell when the video went up. Like I said, hopefully I get it up before the New Year's. So I'm not going to ramble on any longer. Let's just get right into this. So first we're going to talk about the good of 2020. Obviously, elephant in the room. This made the entire year. I got engaged. A few hours ago, I proposed to my fiance Zoe. Here's a few pictures right here. She obviously said yes, so now her and I are engaged. And before you ask, no, we don't know when the wedding will be. We're aiming for late 2021 or early 2022, just so we can let the COVID pandemic die down. Hopefully by 2022 all of this will be in the past. But yeah, we got engaged, and that definitely made our year, no doubt. Earlier this year, back in April, Zoe and I moved out of Texas and moved all the way out here to Florida. For me personally, this was a big step because, for Zoe, she used to live here in Florida. For me, I never lived out here. I don't have any friends out here. I don't have any family out here. So this was a pretty big step for me personally. Her and I, we opened our own shop together. Obviously, she owns it. Her name's on the title and everything. But opening that shop really did change this year because now I got into coins. Whereas before, I was into vaping, I was into collecting Zippos, stuff like that. So moving all the way across the country and, opening our own shop, it was a pretty big step for us. And so far things are going great with the shop. We haven't obviously shut down, so I guess we're doing something good. Zoe's really happy about it. I'm really happy about it. We have a roof over our head. We have a good source of income. Me personally, I've grown my community on Twitch quite well. I don't know the exact number that I ended on in 2019. I believe it was around 400, I believe, and now we're past 650, I believe. I'm not too sure. I'll have to double check. But one way or another, we made a pretty big jump, and honestly, I wasn't expecting it. And, that just puts us ever so closer to the big 1,000 followers. Here on YouTube, I'm at, 42 subs, I think. So, once again, that was another pretty big jump from last year. And overall, I have to say, I'm pretty satisfied with the good of this year. Zoe and I, we still have each other now, especially that we're engaged. We're going to be getting married here soon. And also, I do sound like, I'm sorry if I sound like I'm losing my voice. I've been doing a lot of talking today, and I barely have a voice now. But yeah, the good parts of 2020, they were indeed very good. There's not really a whole lot of things that I would change. There's not a whole lot of things I would have rather done differently. Like I said, all of the good things that happened in 2020, they went without a hitch, moving across the country, opening our own business, getting engaged, growing my community on both Twitch, YouTube, everything like that. It all feels really good. And once again, this all falls back on y'all for constantly supporting me and, just really helping me achieve my dreams. Now, with the good comes the bad. Obviously, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic. Oof. Thank you, China. There's a lot of things this year that I would have loved to do, especially before I moved out of Texas, that unfortunately I wasn't able to do because of this pandemic. But the pandemic also taught us a really good life lesson, which is never take anything for granted, because it can all be taken away in the blink of an eye through a government shutdown, a lockdown, everything like that. Although one of the worst things about this year was unfortunately losing one of my friends, Caleb Lubbers. Losing him, it hit me pretty hard this year. Someone who helped me grow on Twitch, someone who, was always there for me. Losing him, it really did hit me pretty hard. Once again, I can't thank y'all enough for when we dedicated the whole month of October to Lubbers, doing the 24-hour stream and, stuff like that. I need to fix my collar. Then, there's a lot of other smaller things that, really got to me. Well, I wouldn't say they got to me. It just happened, and I really wish it didn't. Like, for instance, earlier this year, back when Zoe and I were still living in Dallas, I'm not going to say any names, but we had one of our friends stay with us for a few weeks, and it just got to the point where, we would constantly tell him, hey, can you help us with the trash? Can you take out the trash? Can you check the mail? Can you go run some errands? Can you do the dishes? And he just would never do it. So we got fed up and we were like, you know what? You're out of here. We got him a plane ticket back home. We paid for that ticket. He even had some baggage fees that we paid for because, once again, we wanted him out of here. In total, it came out to like $300 and some odd dollars. And he said that he would pay us back, and he didn't. And, it got to the point where, just it was getting insane. He started talking a lot of shit, and it's like, hey man, you owe us money. You said you would pay us back. It's at this point, it's not about the money, it's about the principle. We buy you a plane ticket, we pay your baggage fees, you say you would pay us back. We didn't even have to ask you to pay us back. Common sense should be like, oh, they bought this for me and they did this for me, the least I could do is pay them back, right? Yeah, he didn't do that. And at the end, it did get resolved. He did fork over the money that he owed, and everyone walked away happy. Well, at least Zoe and I did, because we got our money back. Him, on the other hand, he wasn't too thrilled. Another thing that happened this year was quite a bit of betrayal happened. It all started really ever since last year. Once again, I'm not going to say any names at all, but there was a streamer that I used to watch. Then I started to figure out, wow, she's actually kind of a bitch. She's a terrible streamer. She really doesn't care about her community. She doesn't give a shit about her mods because, well, I used to mod for her and I would know. So, of course, I was saying some stuff about her like, yeah, she's a bad streamer. She's bad news. She doesn't care about her mods. She was a type of streamer where all of her mods had to be active, or every single time she's streaming, she has to have one mod in her chat at all times. It's like, come on. You don't even have 20 people in your streams. Not gonna lie, I used to be tough on my mods. Ask some of my OG mod squad. Ask Nova, Ask Rebby. And they will tell you, I used to be pretty tough on them. But then I learned, like, hey, I really shouldn't do that because mods have lives too. But yeah, she just didn't seem to understand. And word got around that I was talking shit about her, which I was. I'm not going to deny that. You know, if I don't like someone, I'm going to tell people I don't like them, and I'm going to tell people why I don't like them. So word got around rather quickly that I was saying some stuff about her, and she goes off trying to ban me in other people's streams. You know, she was blacklisting me from different communities. You know, she was one of those types of people. And even to this day, you know, I'll still get some angry DMs from people. You know, every once in a while, you know, someone will DM me a screenshot of, oh, this is what she said. You know, this is clearly targeted towards you. And it's like, guys, I really just don't give a shit. It's like, whether she hates me or not, I don't care. And once this drama first started happening, I tried to be the good guy. In which, not to toot my own horn here, I was the good guy. I was saying stuff like, hey, to the person out there who is doing all this shit, DM me right now. Let's talk this out. Even if at the end of the discussion we still hate each other with a passion, let's talk this out because this needs to stop. And apparently doing that makes me childish and toxic, according to her. Like I said, at this point to me, it's water under the bridge. You know, if she wants to try to screw people... if she's trying to screw people over, then that's on her. People are quickly going to catch on that, yeah, she's a bad person. And she's gonna get... She's gonna get hers. She's got some karma coming her way, and... This also led to one of my friends, really good friend of mine, also really good friend of Zoe's. He ended up just completely ghosting us. He banned us. Well, he didn't ban us. The other girl did. But we got banned in his stream. He doesn't respond to our DMs. Even when we first found out that, you know, we got banned in his community, we asked, you know, hey, why'd you ban us? You know, what happened? And to this day, he still hasn't responded, and I doubt he ever will. So this year, we've been screwed over, blacklisted, backstabbed, betrayed. But like I said, all of this is just drama on the internet. You know, I take it with a grain of salt. But obviously, you know, it still left a pretty big impact on this year, just based off of, you know, all of the potential that could have came from it. And it also taught me some really good learning lessons to go, you know, to hold in my mind going into 2021. Like, for instance, you think you know someone until they just suddenly fuck you over. Like I said, that's what happened with the guy who we let stay with us. You know, we opened our doors to him because he just got out of the military and he slacks off. He didn't do shit, and he screwed us over. This year was also a great example of things you say online can go into the wrong hands, or the wrong people can hear them. Like I said, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was talking quite a bit of trash about this specific streamer. She caught wind of it and just wreaked hell, or well, she at least tried to. And like I said, losing my dear friend Caleb, you know, that left a pretty big impact on this year. A lesson to learn from that is, you know, cherish the people you love because you never know when they're going to be gone. There's a lot to take away from this year, and like I said, all of this goes great into the next year of really learning from your mistakes. Like I said, me personally, I want to work on just overall being a better person. I'm an asshole. It's no secret. I'm an asshole. That's never gonna change. But I feel like I could maintain better relationships with my friends, family. I'm engaged now, so, you know, I really have to do everything I can to strengthen Zoe and I's relationship as much as possible. My community online, you know, Twitch, YouTube, it's rapidly growing. And, you know, I can't stop now. It's not like I ever wanted to stop, but, you know, at this point, I'm only going to get bigger and bigger. You know, that's the way it goes with creating content. Once the followers really start coming in, once all of the subs start coming in, it's only going to go up from there as long as you keep doing the right thing, as long as you keep doing, you know, whatever it is you're doing to help you grow. So I really don't plan on really changing anything online. Though, like I said, I do definitely want to maintain better relationships. I want to be a better friend to my friends. I want to be a better son to my mother. You know, people say that I'm such a good streamer, and I really do want to hold that title. I want to be one of those streamers that people hear my name and it's like, oh, Fenrir? Steven, he's a cool guy. He's a cool streamer. He's awesome. And the only way I can do that is by, you know, improving myself, you know, working on creating way better content. And, you know, I'm not going to let a few people betraying me, you know, I'm not going to let that get to me. Like I said, it's water under the bridge. It is what it is. It happened. If you love something, if you love someone, cherish them. You know, if you're currently in a relationship right now, you know, make sure your significant other knows how much you love them. Every once in a while, call up an old friend and say, hey, how you doing? You know, it's been a while since we last talked. I want to know, how was this year for you? What are some of the highlights from this year? What are some good things that happened? What are some bad things that happened? And how can you learn from the bad things? And, you know, how can you, you know, improve things for 2021? Let me know down in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been one hell of a year. I gotta say, despite being in the middle of a pandemic and despite losing a close friend of mine, this wasn't too bad of a year. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for a great 2020. I will see you all in the next video. Take it easy, y'all.
My mother told me someday I will buy Gully with good doors, sail to distant shore.